to start the majlis. He is going to recite in English. Salawat पढ़ लीजिएगा.
الله وملائكته يصلون على النبي يا أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله.
عليكم السلام ورحمة الله.
يا علي يا علي يا علي. Ask me about Ali. He who has risen to higher heights than the mind can see, Ya Ali. A light born from the light, born before my life was born. A light born before the world was born. Ali and his household, for whom life was born, Ya Ali. His light's birth before the world, majestic. His body's birth within the world, divine. Who else can point to the Kaaba and say, home? And say, thank you for holding my mother, for harboring her in safety, a holy harbor that held me dearly until the day I emerged with eyes closed, only to open when my beloved could be the very first thing that my eyes could see. Ya Ali. Ya Ali, even as a child, the first to stand for his beloved. Ya Rasulullah, I will be by your side. From Dhul Ashira to Khandaq, from Khaybar to Khum, could there ever be any doubt after that? Ya Ali. Ya Ali, the elevated one who witnessed the message and bore witness to the message and inspired witnesses to the message. Ya Ali, whose wilaya was the message and whose leadership was the divine favor for whom Allah conveyed to His Prophet. This day I have perfected your religion for you and completed my favor upon you and have chosen for you Islam as your religion. O Ali, who is that favor? So if you ask me about Ali, for whom our beloved messenger devoted his Zahra, who gave to us Hassan and to Hussein, and to Hassan he gave his sagely advice, who gave to us Hussein, through which we finally understood submission, who gave to us Zainab, who showed our women their true glory and honor, who gave to us a lineage, a golden chain of golden names. If you ask me about him, I will draw a blank. The mind becomes overwhelmed with love and the eyes with tears when I think of Ali. Oh Ali, he who would not take to the battle for his own desires but only for the sake of Allah. Oh Ali, for whom was said at Khaybar by the Holy Prophet, tomorrow I will give the flag to a man who loves Allah and his apostle. Allah will conquer it by his means and he is no runaway. Ya Ali. Do not ask me about Ali. Do not ask me. Ask Ali, he who is the door to the city of knowledge, whose spiritual being emanates and benefits every prophet. O Ali, who manifests great mysteries in this world, whose death was only by body, whose spirit, his ruh, helps his helpers even to this day. To this ever-living light, I say, Ya Ali, Ya Mawla, Ya Aqa, Ya Ali, O Master, O Guide, O Savior, O Ali, for your sake we pray that Allah brings us to your way, that He grants us the strength to call us your helpers, that He grants us forgiveness in this life, and that He allows us to drink from Kawthar with you in the next. Ameen. Ya Ali, Ya my Mawla, O my Master, Ya Ali. Salawat.
I'll request the sisters to please come and join us in the main hall because we are starting the majlis. We've already started the majlis with the poem by Brother Abbas Sheikh. अब मैं दरख्वास्त करूँगा ब्रदर अब्बास रज़ा आसिफ से तशरीफ़ लाएँ और मरसिया बज़ूर इमाम अली अलैहिस्सलाम पेश करें। सलावत पढ़ लीजिएगा।
محمد صلوات
रोज़दारो बुका के ये रोज़ है सादात पर नुज़ूल बला के ये रोज़ है सरताज आसिया की अज़ा के ये रोज़ है तुमसे विदाए शेर खुदा के ये रोज़ है तुमसे विदाए शेर खुदा के ये रोज़ है ज़ख्मी हुआ ईमान तुम्हारा नमाज में ज़ालिम ने रोज़ादार को मारा नमाज में ज़ालिम ने रोज़ादार को मारा नमाज में सर पीटो मोमिनो सर है दर हुआ दोनी ईमा के बुर्ज का महे अनवर हुआ दोनी सोचो तो फर्क का क्यों कर हुआ दोनी लिखा है मब्ज़ तक सरे अतर हुआ दोनी लिखा है मब्ज़ तक सरे अतर हुआ दोनी ज़हरा ने बाल खोले नबी नंगे सर हुए तुम बे इमाम और हसन बेपदर हुए तुम बे इमाम और हसन बेपदर हुए लिखा है जब दो नीम हुआ फर्क मुर्तज़ा सिदरे से जिब्राइल के रोने का गुल उठा फेंकी सरों से ज़ैनब कुल सोने रिदा चिल्ला के भाइयों को पुकारी गज़ब हुआ चिल्ला के भाइयों को पुकारी गज़ब हुआ सुनते हो जिब्राइल ने इस वक्त क्या कहा वो बोले पीट कर क़त्ल मुर्तज़ा कहा वो बोले पीट कर क़त्ल मुर्तज़ा कहा लगा नमाजियों का गुरोह आया नंगे सर हैदर ने मुजतबा से कहा आंखें खोल कर पढ़वाओ तुम नमाज जमात की है फिसर हम बैठे बैठे पढ़ते हैं अपने मकाम पर हम बैठे बैठे पढ़ते हैं अपने मकाम पर लेकिन जबी के ज़ख्म पर रोमाल पर मेरा सरे शिगाफ्ता है करे शिंगारता है
लाल बांधो
बांधा हसन ने जख्मी सरे
शाहे जलाल
बोले अली के और कसो दर्द
दर्द है कमाल
शबर ने जब कसा तो किया फिर वही में फिर चस्त बांध कर ये पुकारा
वो खुश
फिर
फिसार
चस्त बांध कर ये
पुकारा वो खुश फिसार
अब दर्द कैसा है असद जुलजलाल है हाथों से सर पकड़ के कहा
कहा वही हाल है
हाथों से सर पकड़ के कहा
कहा वही हाल है
पढ़वा के फिर नमाज जमात की मुझे बाबा के सर पर पढ़ने लगे
आया शिफा
कि ये किसी और
औरत ने दीन
ज़हरा के प्यारो तुमसे ये
ज़ैनब ने है कहा
ज़हरा के प्यारो तुमसे ये
ज़ैनब ने है कहा
बाबा को मेरे जल्द जाओ घर में न लाओगे तो सरबर न मुझको
भी मस्जिद में पाओगे
तो सरबर न मुझको भी
मस्जिद में पाओगे
बोले अली हवा सभी से
बजा नहीं
ज़ैनब से कह दो कूफा है
ये करबला नहीं
मैं बेदयारो बेकसो
आशना नहीं
शिया है गिर्द नरवाए
अहले जफा नहीं
शिया है गिर्द नरवाए
अहले जफा नहीं
पर्दे से नंगे सर तो अभी क्यों निकलती क्या हल्क पर हुसैन के तलवार
चलती है
क्या हल्क पर हुसैन के तलवार
चलती है
रोज़ादारो आहो पुकार के ये रोज है
मोहम्मद वाले मोहम्मद सलवात
I request the sisters once again, the majlis has already started, so if you want to join us, please join us in the main hall. Rai Khushudi Imam Ali alayhi salam balantar salawat. Tomorrow Namaz-e-Jummah will be at 10 past 1, inshallah. The khutbahs will start at 10 past 1. So let's be in time here. And today after the Matumdari, we're going to have the Amal for 19th Shab-e Ramazan, inshallah. And tomorrow he's going to start with Dua-e-Iftitah at 8:15. And day after also, Dua-e-Iftitah will be at 8:15. I'll now request Hujjatul Islam, Maulana Sayyid Hadi Yasin, to address us on the 19th Shab of Ramazan, Shab-e-Zarbat.
मोहम्मद वाले मोहम्मद सलावत Ya Muhammad wa ali Muhammad salawat.
I'll request, only I can say request, all the brothers who are in the lobby to please come inside the hall. Maulana is already Zebel member. So please come inside.
Just change the microphone. محمد وآل محمد وعجل فرج.
السلام عليكم ورحمة الله.
عليكم السلام ورحمة الله وبركاته.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
Is it on?
الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على سيدنا ونبينا والرسول المصطفى محمد. وعلى أهل بيت سيدنا الطاهرين والنعمة الدائمة أعدائهم أجمعين من الأولياء والطاهرين الدين. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا May Allah inshallah bless you all from your presence and in this majlis, and ask Allah inshallah to bless the people. For the opportunity inshallah to register our name among the true followers of Ahlul Bayt, beside the Nabi salawat al-Muhammad wa Muhammad wa Ali Muhammad.
Kuşunu diye Muhammed ve Ali Muhammed bilen dar salavat.
محمد وآل محمد وعجل فرجهم.
Alhamdulillah, we thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for this great opportunity that tonight, which inshallah is night of Eid, we're sitting down together in the majlis belong to Amir al-Mu'mineen Imam Ali alayhi salatu wassalam. Of course, one of the most important nights of the year and possibly in our life, night of Eid. Today afternoon I was thinking about tonight is not only inshallah night of Eid, it is the best night of the week as well. Is the Eve of the Friday, Shab al-Jum'ah. Shab al-Jum'ah by itself is the most important night. When you add it into Ramadan, it's going to be very important. When you have the night of Eid on that night, it's super important night, right? Which alhamdulillah we have the tawfiq to be sitting towards Qibla and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in this night. And we ask Him to help us, give us tawfiq to receive and achieve anything and everything that He gives to the best of all His servants, inshallah. When you look, you see that in this dunya, any organization, any building, any place you go, there is a guide, there is a map for you to use it. You enter any building, you see that there is a guide, there's a map, it says where you are, where you have to go, they guide you exactly. You go to the hotel, you see behind each hotel's door, room, there's a map, there's a guide, where you're going, right? Depends how complicated and complex is that building, there's more sophisticated and professional guide for you. Any building you find in this dunya, any place that we see human beings out there, there should be some light in order to guide us. There are lights. If you remove lights from this dunya, people cannot get to the destination, right? they get lost. It is part of the mercy. The law came and says you have to put this guide and map for people not to get lost, and in a situation of emergency they find their path, right? It is a type of mercy and favor from the owner of that building that are guiding us, possibly if something happened, right? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He created this universe, the most complex place that you can find, that up until today, in the 21st century, people still take stones from the nature, they bring them into the lab to test them to see what is it, where does it come from, you know? We still don't know what's going on in this universe, right? We know a little bit, we're more modern than compared to past, decades, but we still don't know a lot of things. Therefore, we should have guidance from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He sent us in this dunya to this dunya. We need guidance, we need light, we need nur to understand how to live in this dunya. And that guidance and nur comes from the mercy of Allah. Comes from the rahmat of Allah, that He is going to guide His servants not to get lost in this dunya, right? If you see, when they make a car, they should have a good type of lights for it, so make sure that you find your path, right? Not only that, in the streets there should be a light as well, so you don't get lost. So, this universe, we know that we should have guidance, we should have nur and light. But what is the light of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? He should give us and send to us so we don't get lost. Many people in this dunya, maybe in the same city, in the same region, in the same area we're living, they're lost. They're living in this dunya, but they're lost, completely lost. They don't know what direction they're going. A person who lost his or her destination, they still, if they're in the car, they still drive around, but they don't know where they go. Some people, if they don't know they're lost, they think, no, they're still driving, right? They're still driving. Although he doesn't know where he's going, yeah, he might be driving, but he doesn't know where he's going. Doesn't matter if he's in the best car ever. Some people look at the car, mashallah, look how beautiful is that car. Doesn't know that he's lost. He doesn't know where he's going. This is our situation. We see some people with some ni'mah and benefit of this dunya, look at the car, look at the house, look at the, mashallah, the bank account. We think they know where they're going. No, they don't. They know where they're going. What is that light? What is that nur that we need in this dunya? Allah introduced Himself in Quran, different verses of Quran. He says, Allah nuru samawati wal ard. Allah is the light in this universe, in the skies, in the heaven, and the earth. He is the nur. Meaning what? Nur is a source of guidance. It's a source of guidance. If someone is lost, they show a light to them, and from distance, and say, hey, don't get lost, come towards us, right? Nur is what? Is guidance. Allah introduced Himself as He is guidance. Meaning that anything, meaning this dunya, this universe, is zulumat, is darkness. He created this dunya, this universe, and it's all dark, completely dark. If you need to have the light in this dunya, you need to get it from Allah Nur Samad. You need to get it from Allah Himself, that He is Nur. If you don't get it from that source, you're lost. You can't get to your destination. Or you will hurt yourself. You'll hurt your family if they're with you. Right? Allah Nur Samawati wal Ard. Allah is the Nur. But, Ya Allah, how are you going to guide me? Are you going to come down the earth? So you guide me, so you tell me, hey, I'm here. You have to have manifestations of your light and nur. Nur by itself is beauty. Nur is beautiful, right? If they want to decorate somewhere, they put different lights. They use lights to make it more beautiful, right? Nur is beautiful. Allahu Jameel. Allah is beautiful. Wa yuhibbul Jamal. He loves whatever is beautiful. He's beautiful, right? Based on His mercy. His creation is beautiful. Look at yourself, mashallah. Handsome and beautiful, right? Based on the mercy of Allah that He created. Imagine if Allah put, for example, our eyes, one here, one here. one on the back of our head. How scary it will look like, right? It's the beauty and mercy of Allah that He makes everything based on the beauties. So Ya Allah, how are you going to guide me in this dunya? How I should find my path in this dunya? What are your representation, manifestation of your nur in this dunya? How can I find it? Again, Quran says, Surah Nisa, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, وَأَنزَلْنَا إِلَيْكُمْ نُورًا مُبِينًا. We send down to you, we reveal to you, what? A vivid light. What is it? Quran. The Quran is. If you want to find a light in this dunya, we already sent to you the light, which is what? Which is Quran. A vivid light, a beautiful light that you can use so you don't get lost. إن هذا القرآن يهدي للتي هي أقوم. Quran is a guidance towards a very strong path that will help you to find your path. Remember that building? There's a map. They should tell you, this is by law, they have to put it there. How can Allah send us in this dunya to this dunya, and He doesn't send the guide and guidance towards us? Right? Quran is what? Is part of the light that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala He sent to us. If we want to live in this dunya, and we want to survive, what do you mean? What I mean by surviving? Surviving means that we'll get to salvation, that the other world will be a better place for us. We need to be attached to this what? To this Quran. Whoever is away from this Quran, they are completely lost. They're completely lost. Any issues, evil, phobias, any stress, any anxieties, any betrayal, any bloodshed you find in this dunya is from the dark side of this dunya. It's from that side that there is not the light of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. In Karbala, that can be in the same scenario, and same place. In Karbala, you see that there are two pages in the same land. One land is so dark, one side of the land. It's so dark and so scary and so ugly in Karbala. One side of this land is so beautiful and bright with nur in Karbala, right? On the side of betrayal and killing and betraying and hurting little children, it's all ugliness of this dunya. Where the light of Allah, it's not there. On that side of the Imam Hussein alayhi salatu wasalam, what you see is what? It's all guidance and light and nur. Not that Allah didn't send His nur to that dark side. No, because they covered themselves. They blocked the nur of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. What do you mean say? Find a ball, throw it to the ocean. Not even a single drop of water goes in the ball. Whose fault is this? The ocean or the ball that is so close? Right? Tonight, some people sit in front of Allah. Their zarf and dish that they bring, ma'navi dish, is as small as this. If it's raining outside, today was raining, another thing, the rahmat of Allah was coming today. If it's raining, I can bring my dish as big as this. You can bring a bigger one, a pot. Someone else can bring a bigger one, someone else can bring. Depends on what is the capacity of your dish and the place you get more of the rahmat, you get more of the. Tonight, depends on your capacity. You get from this light and this nur that is coming down. The dark side, it's up to me. What side of this dunya I'm going to be tonight? What was coming tonight? There was a place that it looks like a bar. A lot of cars were parked there, and the lights and everything, inviting people to come in. And I was telling my wife, look at ourselves. We're going to sit down in front of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Look at some other people in the same region, same place, they're drunk right now. That's the dark side of this dunya. Why? Because you didn't get from this light. Or you covered yourself not get from this light that is coming towards you. What will happen? Allah says, if you come to the light, if you come to the nur, if you come towards my mercy yourself, لا خوف عليهم ولا يحزنون. There's no hope, there's no fear, there's no sadness for these people. It's all happiness, it's all satisfaction. What do you mean say it? The problem might be there, the issue might be there. Satisfaction in life is there. They're satisfied. Look at Anbiya, look at Awliya. Yusuf, he was a teenager when they threw him into the law, right? He's a teenager. 13, 14 probably, maybe less. When they pull him out after a few days, hungry, thirsty. If I were there, probably I would say, my father told me I'm supposed to be someone very important. Now they told me, they put me into the well. When he came out, he says what? The one who has Allah is never alone. He's never alone. I have Allah, so I'm not alone in this dunya. Tonight and the rest of my life, which one night in Laylatul Qadr khayrun min alf shahr, more important than 83 something years, right? It's up to me from tonight. We have three different group of people. Number one, they're completely in the dark side of this dunya, don't have the light of Allah. Second group, or maybe the first group, on the beautiful part, the light side of dunya. Some people, they want to be in the border. Sometimes here, sometimes there, right? It's up to me where I'm going to stand. The dangerous part of being in the border, the majority of people might be in the border. The dangerous part is that you don't know if you can have enough light from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Some people in Karbala, as I said, they wanted to be in the middle, on the border. And it didn't help them. So one side of it is Quran. And to be attached with this Quran, to follow the guidance of this Quran. Quran, Allah says this Quran is nur. It's not for the shelves that I put on my shelves. Sometimes I open it and read it. Or only Ramadan to Ramadan I open it. Or when I open it, I just go so fast to recite and don't understand what is important. Now, night of Qadr. If you look at the whole creation of this universe, based on the mercy of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, because He loved us, we're alive today. Because He loved us, we're sitting towards Qibla tonight. Because He loves us, He gave us Quran. Because He loves us, He sent down the Prophet and the revelation and the guidance to us. Okay. Then any dark side of this dunya that happened to you, if you can take care of that, I appreciate it. There are some children program as well, if you can help them. Thank you. So, on the dark side of this dunya, if you have the light, if you have this guidance, if you believe in the mercy of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, any issue, any evil, any shar you find in this dunya, you see it's not a shar. Either we created ourselves, or if it's even the rahmah and mercy of Allah. Someone look at, again, we'll keep talking about Ashura, I don't know when this example comes. Some people look at Ashura and says, it's all evil. Look what happened, 72 people being killed when that happened, right? Not knowing that it is the mercy of Allah that He is sacrificing the best of all His people. That's why today, to the end of the world, inshallah, the light that comes from Ashura keeps the Islam alive, the true Islam alive. Some people look at it, some people went to Imam Hussein and said, Hussein, you know you're so good. Don't go to Karbala, they're going to kill you. They're looking at the dark side of this dunya. Right? They will kill you. They don't see the beauty of the creation of Allah, of the guidance of Allah. What Imam Hussein says, he's not seeing the ugly part of dunya. He doesn't see the blood in Karbala. He sees just the beauty and the light. So you tell me don't go there, I see the light of Allah in Karbala is there. Again, I don't go there. Right? It's all beautiful. When Zainab sallallahu alayhi wa, wallahi I didn't mean to talk about Ashura and Karbala this much, I don't know what's coming. When Zainab sallallahu alayha in front of that mal'oon, when he told her, now we see what Allah did to you guys. She said what? مَا رَأَيْتُ إِلَّا جَمِيلًا. I did not see anything but beauty from Allah. I think the whole world, Anbiya and Awliya, they should sit down and do the tafsir of this phrase, مَا رَأَيْتُ إِلَّا جَمِيلًا. Maryam, one of the best of all women. One thing happened to her. What happened? That she's going to have a baby without a husband. She's saying, Ya Allah, I cannot tolerate it. I wish I would be dead today. I wish I would be dead today because they're going to tell me that, accuse me of something wrong. And my honor and dignity, my abru is very important. Quran says, Maryam says, Ya Allah, if I was dead, it was better today. Maryam, you couldn't tolerate to have some people talk bad about you. Zainab sallallahu alayhi wa in Karbala, after having all these tragedies, 17 members of her family says, Ma ra'aytu illa jamila. Now you tell me, Maryam is more important and better or higher or Zainab sallallahu alayhi wa. Where does it come from? See what glass Zainab sallallahu alayhi wa has on her eye. What glass she's wearing. There's one thing that she's saying. She has a lens that she's saying everything beautiful. Why? Because it comes from him. Because when it comes from him, everything is what? It's beautiful. Everything is his mercy. Then she continues. She says, Shahadat for us, martyrdom. It's the ni'mat of Allah to us. You're scaring us from Shahada? It's all beautiful. Why? Because she's standing on the Noor, in the Noor side of this dunya. Allahu Nuru Samawati wal Ard. Allahu Waliyyu alladhina amanu yukhrijuhum min adh-dhulumati ila an-nur. Those who are with Allah, Allah pull them out of darkness and bring them into what? The Nur. Wallahi, if we could see one of the Urafa saying, I don't need to have a proof for night of Qadr. Says, what night is that? I look at the sky, I look at the traffic of angels coming to the earth. I see tonight is a night of Qadr. That's a different night. Some people can see something that we cannot see. Because they're saying in the staying what? In the light. If we could see the reality, wallahi, we could see it in this area that we are. There is a light coming to the center, inshallah. How many of these places of worship we have around us? And this vision in this country around us? Look at that. Some people are drunk right now. Some people are asleep right now. Some people are maybe doing something else. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Inna anzalnahu fi laylatil qadr. This light that you're looking for, we send it down when? Night of Qadr. Inna anzalnahu fi laylatil qadr. What time is, what day, what night is tonight? Night of Qadr. The mercy and beauty of Allah is there. We don't know exactly which of these 3 nights are the night of Qadr. You know why? He said, see everything beautiful. He wants you to go more. Come back to me 3 times. If I tell you one night, you probably go one night. Some people, once in a year, they go to the Majlis of the Center. Only night of Qadr they want to go. Only one night of Ashura. He's like, come back more. Come back. I want you to come back more. Because he doesn't need it. Inna anzalnahu fi laylatil qadr. So what do you mean Inna anzalnahu fi laylatil qadr? We have 2 revelations. Maybe it's the first time you hear it. Inzal and Tanzil. The whole Quran all together at once was revealed to the heart of the Prophet of Islam, Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. When? Night of Qadr. The whole Quran. Tanzil comes revelation within 23 years. Rasulullah, he is the soul of Quran. He is there, he's the soul of Quran. Inna anzalnahu fi laylatil qadr. How important is this surah? We have some revelation, some tradition that says, make sure you recite Surah Qadr in your wajib salat. In wajib salat. When someone recites Surah Qadr in wajib salat, Allah says, غَفَرَ اللَّهُ لَكَ مَا مَضَى فَاسْتَعْرِفْ فاستعرف العمل. Allah already forgave all what happened before in your sins. Start over, start from the beginning. Follow me, I'm going somewhere. I'm not done with my message yet. One side of the light of Allah is what? Is Quran, right? إِنَّا أَنزَلْنَاهُ فِي لَيْلَةِ الْقَدْرِ. So that's one side of it. وَمَا أَدْرَاكَ مَا لَيْلَةُ الْقَدْرِ. You don't know what is Laylatul Qadr. It's a secret, you're not supposed to. Let me tell you what. The most mysterious, full of secret night in this universe is Night of Qadr. And each night of Qadr is different than the other night of Qadr. Because the world is changing, right? This night is different. So the night of Qadr that you had last year is different than the night of Qadr that you have this year. What is this night? That one night is more important than what? 1,000 months. One whole life of someone, if you can, where she can survive for 80 something years. One night is better than, what is it? We don't know. That means if you experience 3 nights of Qadr, 4 nights of Qadr, times 1,000 months. See how much you're ahead of this time. Some people in this dunya, right? They have to go to school one by one, get a little bit of grades and graduate. Some people, they go faster. Some people are more genius. Some people are smarter. Some people, they have to go through the business one by one. Maybe after 10 years, 15 years, they have something together. Some people have a better understanding business mind, right? Within a few years, they make way more than all. Some people with one night, they go to the light side of this dunya. Better than 80 something years. But we don't know exactly what it is. Laylatul Qadr khayrun min alf shahr. Qadr has different meanings. One of the meaning of Qadr is that about the place, the maqam, the position. وَمَا قَدْرُ اللَّهِ حَقَّ قَدْرِهِ. You don't know that? Love the maqam of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The second destiny, taqdeer, the destiny that you have. Night of Qadr is a night of destiny. At least until next year, they're going to decide what is going to happen to me. And very interesting, we have some traditions as well that all these three nights, even we don't know, each of them they are contributing with each other for a bigger cause. You're saying in the night of 19, which is tonight, they are, for example, writing the destiny that's going to happen to me. In the next night of Qadr, they're proving it, and the last one, they confirm it. Right? So each of these 3 nights are important. Each of these nights. The amount of rains that come to the earth will be determined tonight, the night of Qadr. If anyone's picture is going to be on the wall, says Marhum so and so, Marhum so and so, it's going to be determined tonight, night of Qadr. One of this night. If someone is going to get married, it's going to be determined this night. At least for a year, all destination and destiny is going to be determined tonight. And it's not all about being awake. The hadith says when it was the last 10 days of Ramadan, Rasulullah, he removed his bed. There's no time for sleep. It's not about being awake. Many people are awake tonight, as I said, right? It's about something else that you want to get from this night. Something else. تنزل الملائكة والروح. Now in this night, I'm getting to the second part of my point here. Now in this night, angels, all angels, and Ruh will come to this earth. تنزل الملائكة والروح, all of them. Not just few of them. A whole group of angels with their head, which is Ruh. We don't know exactly what is Ruh. Is Ruh Jibreel? It says no, Hadith says Jibreel is angel, it's not Ruh. Ruh, what it is, but some commentators are saying it's Jibreel, whatever it is. They're coming to this earth. So when they come to this dunya, they should go to the light of this dunya, to the beauty, to the mercy. Where do they go? when the Prophet of Islam, Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, we don't know exactly what happened. All the angels will come to this earth, right? When the ruh comes to the earth. We don't know exactly what's going to happen. We have no idea what's going to happen, right? But when they come to this dunya, where are they going? At the time of Rasulullah, they go to who? To Rasulullah, for sure. He's the lightest part of this dunya, right? How about after Rasulullah? Where do they go? The airplane cannot land everywhere they want, right? The material is different. They don't go sit on top of the roof of this building. Angels are, we call it the ruh mujarrad. They don't have material. They have to have a place to go there. Should be the same material. Zarf and mazruf, the dish, and what you want to put it should be from the same material, right? If you have a dish that is from paper, the absolute paper, not the, and you put something so hot in it, if they're not the same that can tolerate it, it doesn't hold it, right? Where do they go? To the perfect human being of each time. And it says this ayah Quran says what? It happens every single year that they're all coming. It's not just 1 year. So now that Rasulullah is there, very interesting. We have hadith from Allah that says, Surah Qadr is Surah Imamat, Surah Vilayat. Do you see any word of Vilayat, Imamat in it? No. What is it? They said, at the time of Rasulullah, they go to the Rasul of Allah. But this ayah is saying it happens every year. So where did the angel goes? That means there should be someone with the same rank, with the same purity, and be immaculate like the Prophet of Islam, so they go to that person. We call all the brothers. So if there's no imam, they want to go to who? They want to go to a caliph that he was not Muslim half of his life, the majority of his life? They want to go to someone who was drunk before last year? They want to go to who? The angels and the ruh, the whole mission of the world are going to go to who? First of all, when the angels come for what sake? They're going to go to say Salam Khuda Hafiz? No. They want to go for a mission, for a reason. So now they're going to come to this earth. They're going to go to that person. First of all, who is that person? Second, who is that person to have the eligibility to what? To take care of the mission of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So if there's no immaculate person in this dunya, where these angels are going to? That's why it's the Surah Vilayat.
MashaAllah.
I'm going to put this puzzle that I introduced to you right now. إني تارك فيكم كتاب الله what? You got it? If you want to be in the light of Allah, if you want to find the guidance, the mercy of Allah, Quran, Ahlul Bayt. That's why the surah, the tradition of Rasulullah says, if you be with these two, you never get lost. If not, you go astray, believe me. These two should be together. Those who were with Amir al-Mu'mineen, they found the guidance. Amir al-Mu'mineen, at the day of Siffin war, and they put the Quran on the top of the spears. Amir al-Mu'mineen saying, what are you doing? This Quran that you put on this spears, it's just the written papers. They're papers, nothing. I'm the speaking Quran here. I'm the actual Quran here. And now imagine Ali in this position, with this maqam. This maqam, that every year angels and ruh, the whole world, the whole ash comes to him. Now he has to prove himself in front of Muawiyah. Now we have to sit down and tell these people that, by the way, come to me, I'm the guidance. You know what is the most difficult moment of a life of a scholar, of someone who is important? Is at the moment that he sees ignorant are around that person, and instead of taking advantage of his presence and knowledge, They're getting to fight and issues. Amir al-Mu'minin is saying, Saluni qabla an tafqiduni. Ask me about whatever you want in this dunya. And the guy stands up and says, how many hair my camel has? Tell me. This is the worst pain for Amir al-Mu'minin. Jibreel comes, sit down and ask permission to come to my house. Tradition says, Hal Ata, the house of Zahra is the house that the Jibreel get the permission to come to the house of Zahra. Listen, our traditions. Now I have to deal with them to prove that I am the first Khalifa or the first Khalifa. Now you understand your position tonight in this night, sitting in front of Qibla with this guidance that alhamdulillah you have. Imam of asked in our time, he's the host of angels and Ruh tonight. The angels and Ruh go to him. For what mission? Whatever is being destined, they're going to give it to Imam of us tonight. He is the manager of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala on this earth. Everything should go with his signature. If you want, now let's go forward. If you want to get to the light of Quran, if you want to be in the mercy of Allah, if you want to have the guidance of Allah, there's only one way, through the path of Ahlul Bayt. That's it. Tonight, the closer you are to Imam of time, the closer you are to what? To the rahmat of Allah. Tabassum. Quran says, مَا تَسْخُطُ مِنْ وَرَقَةٍ إِلَّا يَعْلَمُهَا. So, namaz qafillah. A single leaf doesn't come down from the tree unless Allah is aware of that. How come the 19th night of the Ramadan becomes the night of the Shab Zarbat of Amir al-Mu'minin? Now it's added into the importance of this night. Salamun hiya hatta matla al-fajr. Salam, very interesting. Peace and salam will be for people until morning, Fajr. Night of Qadr is until Fajr. Salam is what? Is the name of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Salam al-Mu'min al-Muhaymin. He's the name of Allah, right? There are some people that will be in peace and salam of Allah in this night until morning. Who are they? Not just those who are awake, those who are doing the ibadat of Allah in this night. Those who know the importance of this night, the importance of this night. Who have the special mercy of Allah in this night. Quran and Ahlul Bayt. So far, I look at myself. Tonight, I said that last night. Tonight is the night. You should see yourself all alone. You're sitting on one side, Allah is in front of you, sitting on the other side. You and Allah. Tonight is the night that you were supposed to study well, and you took the test, and whatever happened in your test, tonight you're supposed to say that, did you pass it or not? Did you pass it or not, right? The whole year you had time. Remember last year, Ramadan, night of Qadr, you sat down, you were crying, you were repenting to Allah. Ya Allah, give me another chance, give me another chance. Ya Allah, forgive me. Allah, Ya Allah. We gave you the time. Now, another year, another night of Qadr. Now we have to what? Decide what's going to happen to you. Now we're going to prove, did you pass or you failed? 1 year, right? But the mercy of Allah comes and says, you have one more chance. You can even prove. Have you seen the makeup exams? One more time, see how you're doing. Ya Allah, you don't have to do it. I had the whole year chance to do whatever I want to do. One more time, he's saying, now you, me, we're sitting, and the Imam of us in the middle as well. Now you and him, go prove, say whatever you want to do. Now you see if you want to be a different person or not. Now you have time. That's what I said. See yourself in front of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in this night. What you want to do. You want to close the door and decide what's going to happen to you. You know, in the court, when it's the time to decide, the juries, they close the doors, they go behind the doors, they decide what's going to happen. And the guy who they're going to decide something about him or her is so nervous. Always keep walking around, right? How many just said you're going to come out at 11? Well, it's so nervous. What's going to happen? What is going to happen to me? Tonight, a mu'min has this feeling. What's going to happen to me? Am I doing enough? One more year, they're going to decide what's going to happen to me. Based on my amal. When I look at my amal, for the whole last year, Ya Allah, there's no hope in me. Whatever I could do, I did. There's no hope in my amal, Ya Allah. The hope is in your mercy. The hope is in your mercy. Tonight is that night that you see yourself alone with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sitting. Some people might tonight think about this. One time, inshallah, the amal is going to be finished. Let's go home and sleep. And tomorrow I have to go to work as well. Yeah. But some people are seeing themselves in barzakh, between past and future. Based on my past, they're going to decide about my future. The hadith saying, Hazrat Zahra sallallahu alayha, in night of Ghadr, she was pouring water, splashing water to the face of children so they don't sleep tonight. They shouldn't sleep. They want to decide about this destiny of this kid as well. What's going to happen? Tonight, I'm going to wrap up. It's the night that I decide what side of this world, this universe, I'm going to be sitting. With my amal, with my action. What side am I going to be? Do I want to have the light of Allah, the mercy of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? Or I want to wonder this chance that inshallah we have tonight, night of Qadr, this amal that we have. Who thought of this amal? He himself. He himself is looking for excuse. He's looking for excuse to give us more. I gave this example before. Sometimes father and son might fight with each other. They don't talk to each other, okay? But the father doesn't forget that he's a father. You're not coming towards me, but he's still a father. He gives money to the mother, says, you go give him the money, so he don't go out without money. You go help him. If something happened to that son, the father ran towards him to help him, to support him, right? Some people tonight, they should see themselves sitting. Some people say, how about my past? What happened? If he didn't love you, if he didn't want to forgive you, you wouldn't be invited tonight here in this masjid sitting in front of him. If the host, if you're not an important person to host, he doesn't probably invite you. If you sing yourself in this masjid, you should be so thrilled. Alhamdulillah, he loves me that I'm sitting in this masjid. Otherwise he wouldn't invite me. Now, from now on, it's up to me how much I want to get. How big is my capacity in this? The whole guidance and everything, the whole head of origin of the purity of Ahlul Bayt, if you want to see where it's coming, look at Amir al-Mu'minin alayhi salatu wasalam. The origin of all the purity. If Surah Ahzab ayah 33 you recite, إِنَّمَا يُرِيدُ اللَّهُ لِيُذْهِبَ عَنْكُمْ الرِّجْسَ أَهْلَ الْبَيْتِ وَيُطَهِّرَكُمْ تَطْهِيرًا. The head of this crystal clear spring is what? Is Amir al-Mu'minin. This is the head of the Amir al-Mu'minin there. Right? Tonight, in Ramadan, each night he was going to different houses of his children. One night, house of Zainab Salman. One night, house of Imam Hassan and Imam Hussein. One night, Kulsum. This is the night of 19th. According to tradition, he was in the house of Kulsum. She put salt, bread, and very carefully she put milk as well. Amir al-Mu'minin look at this sufra and says, what's going on? How many times you have seen my daughter in my life that I eat 3 things at the same time on one sofa and table? take the milk away. I'm good with salt and bread. He had access to everything. Baitul Mal and everything. Kulsum, she says that when it was the time of Azan, he wanted to pray, he prayed. I saw him that he kept coming out, look at the sky, and say something with himself is coming inside. He keeps going out, look at the sky, and then comes in. Look at the sky, comes in. It's like he's waiting for something. I mean, his feelings is different. What are you waiting for? Maybe she told him, Dad, now tonight that is my night, and you're in my house, what's going on? Something's... Ali is waiting. Ali is waiting for mulaqat, for a meeting. Finally, he's going to get back to the source. Mulaqat, one with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. All those years that he was doing the ibadat of Allah, all those years in masjid, in the gardens, and he was doing ibadat. Now Ali, he knows that he's going to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Second, he's going to meet Rasulullah. That's so difficult for him to be away. He's going to meet Zahra. He's going to meet Zahra. Someone was saying very nicely. You can turn on the light a little bit. Someone was saying very nicely. He says, I don't know at the moment, that Amir al-Mu'mineen is going to meet. We're good. The light is good. You don't have to turn it off. We're good. Now that Amir al-Mu'mineen is going to meet Rasulullah and Zahra, someone was saying, yes, we call it this, the Ihsan. He look at this, Amir, he look at Rasulullah. He might be ashamed to look at his face, the face of Rasulullah. Why? He might be afraid of the amanat that Rasulullah gave him. The face of that amanat was not red when he gave him. Ali, the Zahra that I gave you, her face was not red and his ribs were not broken. This is not what I gave you, Ali. Tell me what's going on with this. Oh, yeah, Ali. You're the one that the whole angels, the whole world rotates around you, and you live in a city that they do not even say salam to you. They don't even answer your salam, Ya Ali. They said people of Sham, Muawiyah, they were buying gifts, they were buying dolls and stuff like that for children, and they were stealing from them. And when they were looking for it, they were saying, Ali took it away from you. Ya Allah. Oh Father, Umm Kulthum says, what's going on tonight? You know, but let me tell you what. Ya Ali, why tonight you were not in the house of Zainab, huh? You know what I'm going to say. You know that where I'm going. Let's go in the house of the little daughter, because Zainab will have still enough to tolerate. She's going to have a Hassan. She's going to have Hussein. I know Zainab would not tolerate to see her father comes home that way. They said when Ali is going to leave the house, the bolt of Ali got into the door, the handle of the door. The geese came around Ali. Ya Ali, do not leave the house tonight, Ya Ali. Ali, this role still needs you. Don't leave, Ali. Amir al-Mu'mineen said he went to masjid. He woke up everyone. He woke up that Mal'un ibn Mujama's role. Come on, wake up. That's the time of Azan. Don't fall behind your mission. Tonight I'm going to go to see my Zahra. Ibn Muljam, you're not killing me tonight. Zahra, you know what, when I was killed, when I saw Zahra between the door and the wall, that was the last day of my life. You're just finishing with Ibn Muljam. Oh, Amir al-Mu'mineen in the masjid, every single moment he's getting closer to Azan time. He's getting happier probably, Ali Amir al-Mu'mineen. You can turn off the light if you want. Every single moment that Ali is getting closer to Azan, he's getting happier, Amir al-Mu'mineen right now. When that Mal'un, he had the strike against the head of Ali, he said, فُسْتُ رَبَّ الْكَعْبَةِ Wallahi, I read salvation. That is the end and the beginning of Ali. Now I don't have to see what you do to me and to my family. Ya Amir al-Mu'mineen, this is just the beginning. Imagine Imam Hassan, Imam Hussein ran towards that, took care of that, taking care. The whole story just happened. Now we are going to take Ali back home. What if Zainab is right there? What should we say to Zainab? The history is saying this. Ali could not walk. The poison was so strong. They were carrying Amir al-Mu'mineen on a carrier. When Ali Amir al-Mu'mineen got closer to the door of the house, he said, put me down, put me down. Why, Ali? Zainab is coming out. I don't want her to see me this way. They were holding Amir al-Mu'mineen's arm to take him home. Ali, you cannot tolerate to see Zainab sees you like this. What if in Karbala she sees the body of Hussein beheaded without death? Tonight is the night of God. Of course you should have this feeling. Tonight beg your eyes to cry moment for Hussein and Ali. Ya Allah, our night of Qadr is just the ma'rifat of Ali and Zahra. We have hadith. You want to know the ma'rifat of night of Qadr, you should know the ma'rifat of Zahra. Everything in this household, Ya Amir al-Mu'mineen, from tonight, Zahra, Zainab happened to be all around the bed of Amir al-Mu'mineen. Oh Father, let me tell you, if they kill you at the day of Fatimiyah and what happened to my mother, I actually died at that day as well, Ya Ali. When I saw my mother between the wall and the door. You know what, Imam Ali, he knows what's going to happen to Zainab and Hussein. Zainab, they said one night Zainab was around the bed of Imam Ali sallallahu. Everyone are crying. Imam Ali doesn't say anything to them. As soon as he saw that Zainab is crying, he said, Zainab, I can't tolerate your tears. Don't cry, Zainab. I don't know, maybe when you cry, you remind me of your mother, Zahra. I know, Zainab, one day in Karbala, you're all alone in charge of the whole Al-Bayt. Assalamu alayka ya Amir al-Mu'mineen. Inshallah, one night like this, we'll go to Kufa, inshallah, to Haram of Amir al-Mu'mineen. Assalamu alayka ya Amir al-Mu'mineen. Ya Wasi Rasul Rabb al-Alameen. Salam to you, Ya Ali, tonight. The whole world is saying salam to you. Ya Ali, these brothers and sisters sitting tonight, we know that, Ya Ali, let me tell you something. Let all of us tell you something. Ya Allah, we know we made a lot of mistakes. We know we have a lot of sins. But Ya Allah, we have one thing. We're not sure about anything about ourselves. We have one thing we're sure, and about the muhabbat of Ali in our heart, Ya Allah. Ya Allah, we have the muhabbat of Ali. If you don't want to forgive us for any reason, Ya Allah, look at the hearts of these brothers and sisters. Allahumma salli ala Muhammadin wa ala Muhammadin wa ajil farajahum wal a'dahum ajma'in. Allah la'natullah ala al-qawm al-zalimin wa saya'lamu alladhina zalamu أي منقلب Zikr Ali about that. The Zikr of Ali is about that tonight. Ya Ali, Ya Ali. Ya Ali, Ya Ali. Ya Ali, Ya Ali. Ya Ali, Ya Ali.
यारी मौला
मौला या अली मौला हैदर मौला या अली मौला हैदर मौला अली मौला हैदर मौला
यारी मौला
या अली मौला
हैदर 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 मौला
या अली मौला या अली मौला या अली मौला या अली मौला या अली मौला या अली मौला या अली मौला या अली मौला
इब्ने मुल्जिम ने हैदर को मारा रोज़ादारों क़यामत के दिन है इब्ने मुल्जिम ने हैदर को मारा रोज़ादारों क़यामत के दिन है इब्ने मुल्जिम ने हैदर को मारा रोज़ेदारों क़यामत के दिन है हाय छोड़ता है तुमसे मौला हाय छोड़ता है तुमसे मौला रोज़ेदारों क़यामत के दिन है इब्ने मुल्जिम ने हैदर को मारा रोज़ेदारों क़यामत के दिन है इब्ने मुल्जिम ने हैदर को मारा रोज़ेदारों क़यामत के दिन है खून रोए ये वो गम नहीं है शब ये आशूर से कम नहीं है खून रोए ये वो गम नहीं है शब ये आशूर से कम नहीं है खुद में भी ये मातम है बरपा खुद में भी ये मातम है बरपा रोज़ेदारों क़यामत के दिन है इब्ने मुल्जिम ने हैदर को मारा रोज़ेदारों क़यामत के दिन है इब्ने मुल्जिम ने हैदर को मारा रोज़ेदारों क़यामत के दिन है दिल हिलाते हैं ज़ैनब के नाले खाक उड़ाते हैं सब कुनबे वाले दिल हिलाते हैं ज़ैनब के नाले खाक उड़ाते हैं सब कुनबे वाले उठ रहा है अली का जनाजा उठ रहा है अली का जनाजा रोज़ेदारों क़यामत के दिन है इब्ने मुल्जिम ने हैदर को मारा रोज़ेदारों क़यामत के दिन है इब्ने मुल्जिम ने हैदर को मारा रोज़ेदारों क़यामत के दिन है सुनी कब्र रसूल खुदा है घर में ज़हरा के मातम बका है सुनी कब्र रसूल खुदा है घर में ज़हरा के मातम बका है खाक उड़ाता है हैदर का कुनबा खाक उड़ाता है हैदर का कुनबा रोज़ेदारों क़यामत के दिन है इब्ने मुल्जिम ने हैदर को मारा रोज़ेदारों क़यामत के दिन है इब्ने मुल्जिम ने हैदर को मारा रोज़ेदारों क़यामत के दिन है आले अहमद पे आफत आई बेकसों पर यकीनी है छाई आले अहमद पे बेकसों पर यतीमी है छाई। उठ गया है सर से साया, उठ गया सर से हैदर का साया। रोजेदारों कयामत के दिन है,
इब्ने मुलजिम ने हैदर को मारा।
रोजेदारों कयामत के दिन है,
इब्ने मुलजिम ने हैदर को मारा।
रोजेदारों कयामत के दिन है। घर में खालिक के हैदर को मारा, जानशीने पैगंबर को मारा। घर में खालिक के हैदर को मारा, जानशीने पैगंबर को मारा। हाय सजदे में सरवर को मारा, हाय सजदे में सरवर को मारा। रोजेदारों
कयामत के दिन है, इब्ने मुलजिम ने हैदर को मारा। रोजेदारों कयामत के दिन है।
अली मौला
हैदर मौला,
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 अली मौला।
Muhammad. Ajay Gram, you're going to have Amal exactly at 11 o'clock. So you can have Huzu if you like to, and have 10 minutes rest also. So we're going to start the Amal at 11 o'clock inshallah. Jazakallah. Allah आपको सलामत रखे.
नहीं धुआं लगाने का
Let's clear this area because the restrictions are coming. And the join us for Amal.
लेकिन आप इससे बड़ी होती है वो लिया था ये बेच रखवाओगे
जी जी पानी
चाहिए आपको यहाँ पे
दर्शन तो बाद में पड़ेगा
पूरे अमाल में जाएंगे।
हाँ पहले जो है नमाज होगी
जी
फिर जौशन फिर कुरान की आवाज़ होगी
पहले नमाज फिर अच्छा जौशन पहले होगी मतलब अमाल बाकी अमाल से पहले वो छोटे हो पहले कर अच्छा ही वांट्स पीपल टू स्टे
ये पहले तो नमाज होगी जो है ना मेरी कुर्सी तो उठा लो
मोमिनीन एंड मोमिनात, आप लोगों में से जिसको चाय चाहिए कॉरिडोर में रखिए ताकि यहाँ पर हम लोग अमाल शुरू करने जा रहे हैं और उनमें डिस्टर्बेंस ना हो। लेडीज एंड जेंटलमैन, मोमिनीन एंड मोमिनात, whoever wants tea, we have the tea on the corridor, so please take it from there so that we can start the amal, inshallah. Sure, including Hashim bhai can take the tea from there.
चार आदमी रहेंगे तो कोई बात नहीं, ये तो हमारा अमल की बात है। वो यहाँ पे सही करो भाई। नहीं आप तो है तो मैं सामने ला कर मुँह पे लगा दे ट्यूब। नहीं आप कह के मसल्ला के सामने ला कर रख देता हूँ चाय। लेडीज भी होती है, उम्मीद है कि बेहतर रहेगा।
चलो वही 12 साढ़े 12।
हाँ वो तो है
या मुझसे ऐलान तो यही कहते हैं कि आज शॉर्ट हो मगर ई जो टैक्स आया तो ईमेल उसमें 12 साढ़े 12
इतना ही टाइम हो जाएगा जौशन कभी पढ़ेंगे
चार मौलाना एक साथ नमाज पढ़ रहे हैं। वो ये होने से ये हो जाती है एकदम तो दिया जीरो का जो होता है यार आप लोग बीते तक है बीते शुरू हुई पीछे बैठा रोजाना है ना सेंटर नमाज पहले ये खुद ही पढ़ता है। हाँ आसिफ भाई इजाज़त है जी, इजाज़त है नमाज पढ़ने की।
Please come inside, we're going to start the Amas. Brothers and sisters, please come inside. We will start the amal in half a minute, inshallah. And the brothers in lobby, please come inside. Sisters, please come inside. We're going to start the amal. If you want to join amal, please come inside.